On September 8th, the Commissioners voted on the Water Rate Adjustment Plan for the city. This is to ensure our water supply for our future. We talked to the mayor as well as some other city officials about why they did it and how the plan came about.
I don't know that not doing it was ever an option. It was an option, and I think all the response was, no, we have to do it. So is it an option? Yes. Did we choose that one? No. And then as we decided that this is an option that we have to move forward, and how are we going to afford it? And that's where we've looked at other funding options with other entities helping us pay for this large project. And everyone thinks that there are stimulus funds out there, that there are grants available. We have done all of those things. This was on the list when the shovel-ready projects were requested, and they were requested to OWRB and to OML, and any entity that was requesting shovel-ready projects, we submitted it. It was always on our list, and it was always on the very top of the list as projects that Shawnee was looking at. So we have tried to fund this other ways for years, and it finally comes down to we've got to do it. And should funding come in and can be applied to that, good. But we cannot wait until someone else will pay for this for us. We just can't wait.
When the original rate study project started, really the finance area job is to gather the historical information that was provided to the professional firm that did the full study. Obviously, you need to know what your past revenues are, what your past expenses are, where your money's been going, in order to project future needs and future expenses. That was really what finance did, while the utility director side and utility department side was looking for what projects, what do we need to get done to our infrastructure that is critical and is required in the future. But finance really is the dollars and the history, and presenting that to the firm so they could use that information to project the future.
We have been working on this issue for probably almost a year. So it's not like we received a packet on a Thursday night and had to make a decision on Monday night. This was a lot bigger than that. We have been working with a company to work out the financing for us. And of course, in the very beginning, it starts with, what are all the needs that we think we have? What would we like to do? Try to put that in a package. And sure enough, they came back to us and we said, can't do that. That's not going to be reasonable. And so they fine-tuned it, as the months go by, and we've gotten very close this summer with what they had proposed, and then started talking to some citizens, going around in groups, getting some feedback to what they thought was actually a need in the community and what their pocketbooks could actually afford.
Now we can expect updates every single city commissioners meeting on what's going on with the projects. For more on this story, we talked to Jim Beard about what is going to happen right now and in the future.
We're way ahead on getting the application at the Oklahoma Water Resources Board. We've been working on that. One of the things they needed to get the application going was approval of the rates to show that we could pay the money back. That's happened, so we've got a copy of that. There's a few minor things that need to be done on the application. Chris Gander's doing that, and in the commission meeting he said it was about 95% complete. The engineering has to be done. Our engineering department in-house did that and saved us about $750,000 by doing it in-house. And they've got a little bit of adjustments and wording and that to do, but we're way ahead on that too. So then when all that, DEQ approves the plans, then it goes before the Water Resources Board for the loan, and they meet once a month. So you have to get it in at a certain time to get it into that meeting. So hopefully we can get it on the November meeting and get it approved. And then you bid it out, you get permission to bid it out, and you bid it out, and you take bids and you award the bids, and then construction starts. And hopefully, and now it's kind of early in the game to pinpoint, but hopefully the project will start in the spring.
I think on this particular one, what we will probably watch initially is the total cost of the project. We are estimating what the total cost is, and that's probably what we will go out and borrow. And then as the project project comes under construction and that phase is in process and completed, if that comes in under what we planned, then we won't owe as much money as what we had borrowed, and we'll be able to work that out too. So that's probably the first part of this, is just to ensure that the project comes in at least what we borrowed or under, and then we'll just have to ensure that the debt service is paid on this note properly.
To stay updated and informed, you can go to every City Commissioner meeting, which is the first and third Monday of every month. I'm Amy Federighi with your City Report. Thank you for watching.